What others see when I step out on court is just a small bit of my sport. They don't see the years of early morning training, all the carefully balanced meals, tens of thousands of miss-hits.
And nobody else hears the last-minute words from our coaches, words that shape how we play, much like the last words of Jesus. Jesus spent 3 years discipling a small group of his followers. He taught them, trained them, prepared them for a lifetime of ministry. Then they saw him die. Then they saw him alive again. And just before he left, he gave them a game plan for what to do next. Go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit.
That sounds proactive. Go is about getting up, being out there. Go and tell people the good news about Jesus.
You're right. He wants us to go and tell. But those words, make disciples, mean more than just telling. It's more like what Jesus did with his own disciples, or what a sports coach does with their team. It's teaching, it's training, it's helping to shape people who follow and obey Jesus.
Okay, and what about the all nations bit? Does it mean we've got to stop what we're doing and travel the globe?
Good question. The word for nations could also be translated to people groups. Jesus is telling us to go and make more disciples from all the different people groups this world has to offer. They could be far away, or they could be
Other players, my coach, anyone involved in tennis. Jesus could be calling me to my people group of tennis, and your people group could be your hockey team.
Yeah, I think you've got this. And the people group of sport is huge, and so few of us are disciples of Jesus. We can be sure that he is calling us to go and make disciples among them.
Okay, but that's actually really hard. I think it would be easier to ace a whole match than persuade another player to follow Jesus.
I know that feeling. But this task is not all that Jesus said before he left. Our sports coaches challenge us, and they also encourage us. This challenge from Jesus is surrounded by encouragement. Let's have a look. He went to his disciples and said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." That means you can't slide into a tackle or walk into a locker room or stumble into a conversation where he is not in charge. So we can relax and trust him.
Nice. And this bit at the end is so encouraging. He says, "I am with you always to the very end of the age." So even when it feels like it, he's not sending us out on our own.
Exactly. So here is the challenge. Will you pray for your teammates, your coach, and others involved in your sport to know Jesus? Will you play your sport in a way that points to him? And will you step out? Will you go and speak of Jesus in the world of sport?